Once upon a time, in a grand castle hidden deep within a dense forest, there lived a young prince who was handsome but selfish and unkind. One stormy night, an old beggar woman came to the castle seeking shelter, offering a single rose as payment. Disgusted by her appearance, the prince turned her away. To his shock, the beggar woman revealed herself to be an enchantress. As punishment for his cruelty, she transformed the prince into a hideous beast and cursed the castle and all its inhabitants. The enchantress left behind the Enchanted Rose, warning the beast that the spell would only be broken if he could learn to love and earn love in return before the last petal fell. Years passed, and the once grand castle fell into decay. The beast, ashamed of his appearance, hid away in his castle, believing no one could ever love him. Meanwhile, in a nearby village, there lived a beautiful and intelligent young woman named Belle. Belle was known for her love of books and her longing for adventure beyond the simple life of her village. She lived with her father, Maurice, an eccentric inventor who was the only family she had. One day, Maurice set off on a journey to showcase his latest invention at a fair, but he became lost in the dark, foreboding forest. Seeking refuge, he stumbled upon the beast's castle. The beast, enraged by the intruder, imprisoned Maurice in a cold, dark dungeon. When Maurice's horse returned home without him, Belle knew something was wrong. She set out to find her father, braving the treacherous forest. Eventually, she arrived at the castle, where she discovered Maurice locked away. Desperate to save him, Belle bravely offered herself in his place, and the beast agreed, releasing Maurice and keeping Belle as his prisoner. At first, Belle was frightened of the beast, who was gruff and ill-tempered. However, as time passed, she discovered that beneath his fearsome exterior, there was a kind and gentle soul. The enchanted objects in the castle, Lumiere, the candelabra, Cogsworth, the clock, Mrs. Potts, the teapot, and her son Chip, the teacup, befriended Belle and helped her see the good in the beast. Slowly, a friendship blossomed between Belle and the beast, and they began to spend more time together, sharing stories and enjoying each other's company. Meanwhile, back in the village, a vain and arrogant hunter named Gaston had set his sights on Belle, determined to marry her despite her lack of interest in him. When he learned that Belle was being held captive by a monstrous beast, he rallied the villagers to storm the castle and kill the beast. Belle, who had come to care deeply for the beast, tried to warn him, but the angry mob soon arrived. In the ensuing battle, the beast fought valiantly to protect his castle and those he loved, but he was gravely wounded by Gaston. As Gaston delivered a fatal blow, he lost his footing and fell from the castle tower to his demise. Belle rushed to the beast's side, heartbroken, and confessed her love for him, just as the last petal of the Enchanted Rose fell. In that moment, the curse was lifted. The beast was transformed back into the handsome prince he once was, and the castle and its inhabitants were restored to their former glory. The prince and Belle embraced, realizing that their love had broken the spell. Soon after, they were married in a grand celebration, bringing joy and light back to the kingdom. And so Belle and the prince lived happily ever after, proving that true beauty is found within